What's going on out there, esports world? Welcome once again to BossFightTV's The Reload. This is our 43rd episode. We're going to be covering September 18th through the 24th. I want to thank you guys for joining us. As always, my name is Josh Engel, also known as Anti-Pro.
And I'm Mike Bisson, a.k.a. Mohawk Mike, with another jam-packed weekend of eSports. eSports, if you don't have the hyphen. Do you ever see that Reddit thread where people are arguing that you don't capitalize? The E is lowercase, but the S is capitalized in sports. That's how I do it too. But there were people.
There's people that do E-sports.
Right, and then I've also seen it.
I don't know. Just all lowercase.
eSports.
I don't know.
eSports.
Let us know what you think. Mention us at BossFightTV on Twitter.
Boss Fights, eSports Deportes.
But let's go ahead and get right into the esports news with the #1 story of this week, and that is Dreamhack Valencia. So there was a lot of awesome action going on in the tune of Starcraft 2, League of Legends, DotA, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Modern Warfare 3, and League of Legends. It's chock full of amazing awesomeness.
Your whole bundle.
I got it.
Everything you can want.
I mean, even had some console stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, let's take a look at the first 3 events that we're going to be covering. The very first one being Starcraft 2. Let's take a look at how the participants fared in that tournament. First place, we have Liquid Tasia at #1 for GG is #2, and then sharing 3rd/4th place because they did not do a 4th place match. It's Targa and the STC, so congratulations to those guys. Let's take a look at League of Legends. First place, we have Team Millennium over Team Existence and *2, and then sharing 3rd/4th place in no particular order, we have GSU Gaming and Giants Gaming as well. Let's take a look at Dota 2. We have Fnatic taking the 1st place spot with Aces Esports, and then Inferno and the GD team taking 3rd/4th place. No particular order. Mike, round us out with the last couple games.
I would like to mention real quick that with that win, Fnatic has actually earned a spot into the Dreamhack Finals.
Yes, in the finals. Of the year.
So, good stuff to them. Let's move on, though, first with some CSGO!
Oh, yeah.
CSGO! I feel like that's the new theme song. CSGO!
Oh, I don't even think I've ever even thought of it that way. That's awesome.
About that.
I like it.
But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get into some results. In the first place, taking back the reign of Counterstrike Kings, Ninjas in Pajamas. Second place, we have Very Gamers. And once again, single elimination tournament, sharing 3rd/4th, we have Existence and Kick Gaming. So, again, another very big tournament for CSGO. Let's move on to another FPS game that actually, I believe, if I recall correctly, was the first time to be actually held at a Dreamhack event.
I think so.
Maybe just a little bit.
Maybe.
Modern Warfare 3.
As you get
Call of Duty. Running out of steam there. This was held on the Xbox 360, and actually a lot of the crew from the EGL was over there helping out with that. So in first place, as you can see, we have Apex Gaming, second place Pain Gaming, and in third place Prophecy. So good stuff to see there. Some console stuff, more console stuff moving in to Dreamhack there, tournament-wise. And last but not least, we have Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012, also on the Xbox 360, I might add. In first place, we have, representing both Western Wolves and Mad Cats, we have Adrias. Second place, we have Luffy. And third place, we have Fazol. Although there's 2 L's, and I kept getting confused. Fazol. So,
just has 2 L's, man.
2 L's. A little confusing, but it's all good. That actually wraps up everything from Dreamhack, one of their actually first event in Spain.
They've done Valencia before.
Have they done Valencia before? Why don't I remember it?
I'm just saying.
Why is that? I remember everything else but that.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Anyways.
Good stuff.
Starcraft 2!
Going to Starcraft 2.
All right, we got some Starcraft 2 news, as always, with all the leagues that have been going on, like the GSL, EG Masters Cup, all sorts of crazy stuff like that. So, let's start with the GSL. We are in Code S. We are down to the round of 16. We have 2 groups. I don't have A and B. I have A and D.
Ooh.
They decided to mix it up a little bit, I guess. So here are the results for Group A in the GSL Code S. We have Rain and Taja taking the 1st and 2nd spot, so they will continue on with Polt and Don Ragu moving down to up and down matches. So it sucks to be them. Sorry, guys. Big DRG fan here. Group D, we have Life and Symbol taking the top 2 spots. So they will continue on to the round of 8. And Seed and Happy have gone packing. They have to go down to the up and down matches to see if they will hold their Code S spot or not. Anyways, you have the GSTL Team League. Here are the results here. This is, I believe, the second week of play there. We have FXO 5-2 over Fnatic and Incredible Miracle 5-1 over Slayer. So good job to those 2 teams taking out the victory. Next, we have NASL. This is the second week in NASL. We are going to go ahead. We have 5 divisions. I will go fairly quickly. So if I'm talking too fast, read it on the screen.
Remember to breathe.
Division. Oh, man. I should do that one time. See if I can do it all in one breath. I
thought you were really going to do it.
Oh, man. I don't know if I can do it.
Just go straight through it this time.
I'll see if I can do it.
Next week. Tune in next week to see Josh.
Here we go. I'm going to do it right now. There's no way. Division number 1, Mesa 2-1 over Live, Huck 2-1 over Moro, Polt winning over Arthur and Don Ragu and Rhett, no results. Division number 2, Select 2-1 over TLO, Zinio 2-1 over Naniwa, Oz 2-0 over Galaxy, Hun 2-1 over Puma. Division number 3, Mana 2-0 over Loli, Hero 2-1 over Dark, Alicia 2-0 over Gazi. Damn it, I can't do it. Violet 2-1 over BCQT. Division number 3, man, that's gonna be like boom, boom, boom. Sorry I went so fast. I was trying, but I didn't do it. Division number 4, Vibe 2-0 over Thorzane, Chef 2-0 over Targa, MC 2-0 over Bishu, and Teja 2-0 over Rung. Division number 5, see, I gotta at least breathe in between each one if I want to do it in a normal pace. Division number 5, Night and 2-0 over TT1, Finale 2-1 over MMA, QXC and the Muslim, no results, and Stefano and Damaga, same deal. Although Stefano was really upset about his performance at Dreamhack, so maybe the EG curse is setting in on him. I hope not, but I don't know. Anyways,
I think it's in the water.
We also have the EG Masters Cup to go over as well. This one should go a little bit quicker. Let's take a look at how the teams did this week. Team Acer took out Team Liquid 3-2, Rocks KIS 3-1 over Mouse Sports, Fnatic 3-2 over Complexity, Slayers 3-2 over Empire, Dignitas 3-2 over Root Gaming, and Quantic taking out Evil Geniuses 3-2. That wraps up StarCraft 2 news. Mike has a little bit of FPS news and some fighting game stuff and just basically everything else.
Yeah. So while a lot of the focus was actually on Dreamhack this past weekend, we also had the Tokyo Game Show, which is basically E3 for Japan, Asia. So we actually had the Asia eSports Cup, which took place there. Actually did Counterstrike 1.6 and a little bit of StarCraft 2. Of course, everybody was at Dreamhack. So I would like to bring you results for Counterstrike 1.6, as this was, since the release of CSGO, one of the major tournaments to actually take place. There was over $10,000 given away to first place. So let's get into results for that. In first place, we have My Revenge JP representing Singapore. In second place, we have Asking Questions representing Malaysia. And in third place, we have NSD, which was representing India. So a lot of international flavor there. But more specifically, the finals were actually nuts, as My Revenge was playing Asking Questions.
You're going to like my nuts.
I'm going to actually look down for this. Inferno was the first map, 16-10 in favor of My Revenge. Nuke, 16-14 in favor of Asking Questions, which had a crazy last 7 rounds. It was actually almost a come-from-behind win. Dust 2 was the third map, which almost decided the finals, 22-20 in a double overtime.
Oh, yeah.
In favor of Asking Questions. So, the first best 2 out of 3 is done. So, what happens naturally after that?
Continue on.
Should be continued on.
Right.
But guess what happened? The Tokyo Game Show was pretty much done. They're like, hey, the venue's like, hey, we're shutting down electricity. You've got, we'll give you a half hour. So it came down to one match. One match. And that took place on Nuke. Which, guess who won?
Look at the I'm gonna guess My Revenge.
My Revenge took it 16-11.
I'm like, I should remember it. You just said it, but oh well.
But in particular, in the 12th round, Napo for My Revenge had not only an ace, it was a 3-on-2 ace, but also 3 of the kills were spectacular wall bangs. There are a whole bunch of videos out there about it. You can see the regular footage. There's also been, because Counter-Strike 1.6 still has the Half-Life TV module where you can pull down replays and demos, somebody actually took it and put in an X-ray so you could actually see where he was lined up, taking the shots. And there's actually been a lot of talk from some other professional players about how that top-level play should still continue on using Counter-Strike 1.6. Because obviously Counter-Strike GO is a little bit different. Hitboxes are different. Wall banging is different. So there's kind of this underground movement, a lot of steam about still using Counter-Strike 1.6 because of the Asia eSports Cup. So good stuff, as always, all the way around. Moving on along to the last bit of tournament news for this week. Fighting games, the king of GGPO Summer. This is, again, an online event using the GGPO fighting game system for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, part of the Turbo 2 Revival series, hosted by the one, the only NYC Furby, a.k.a. Arturo Sanchez. Let's get into results for that. The top three. First place, we have Evo Ralph, who takes it. Second place, we have Jarek. And third place, we have Damati. With this win, Evo Ralph actually will join Afro Legends and Yaito 2K in the grand finals after I think it's going to be the fall championship. So, good stuff there. If you like Super Turbo, I've never played it before, go back and watch those videos because it's good stuff. But, as I mentioned before, that's all we have for major tournament news this week. On to Josh now for miscellaneous. That was one breath. I did it all in one breath.
That was weird.
Okay.
Anyways, miscellaneous news. First thing I have this week is an interesting article that was out on cadre.org that talked about kind of the end of Starcraft 1 or Brood War in Korea. It seems that all major leagues over there have gone ahead and converted over to Starcraft 2, which I guess is to be expected with all of the leagues coming together to kind of discuss the fate of Starcraft 2 over in Korea. That actually happened I would almost say 4 or 5 months ago, if not longer. You see leagues like Kespa moving into Starcraft 2. They've been working with Major League Gaming here in the States. But in general, Brood War is pretty much done, which kind of is sad. But at the same time, it's like, how long has StarCraft 2 been out? A long time.
Yeah.
And Heart of the Swarm's about to come out. So, I don't know. Interesting stuff indeed. Next, we have the Copenhagen Wolves, which you might be familiar with. Depending on what kind of games you follow, mainly first-person shooters, they've actually announced that they are starting a CSGO team. So, awesome stuff with the Copenhagen Wolves. Should be pretty awesome. And this is one that Mike and I are both excited about, and that's the IGN Pro League. Just announced a $100,000 tournament that they will be doing at IPL 5, which I believe IPL 5 is in Las Vegas this year again. So it should be really awesome. I'm really super excited about it. Not so much for elite mode, but
you didn't even say what the game was for. You just had a $100,000 tournament.
I didn't. I thought I said Shoot Mania.
I don't think you should Shoot Mania. It's for Shoot Mania.
It's Shoot Mania.
$100,000 tournament. IPL 5s. Be there, be square. I'm gonna shoot
I built it up, and then I started talking about it without releasing information. It's like an announcement of an announcement.
Yeah, possibly.
Sorry, fans out there, but the fact that I said that Mike and I are really excited about it, you should probably know.
You should have given away.
You should know.
This should be, if not the big push, at least the one major time that we'll see.
I hope.
Major Shoot Mania tournament.
I hope that more leagues start picking up the first-person shooter on the PC. So hopefully Major League Gaming and some other leagues here in the United States will start to follow suit.
Well,
anyways,
speaking of
done with my
gaming,
what do you got?
We'll go ahead and move on to my little piece as the ESWC, obviously notorious, a long history with Counter-Strike, not just Counter-Strike, but all female Counter-Strike, has announced that they have their invited teams for this year, all except for France, which is where ESWC is from and takes place. So let me run down the list here. We have Uninvited, Epsilon, Alternate, Pink Sync, Reason, Infinity Ladies, and Black Widow. All will be representing their respective countries. Uninvited, if you remember, actually won last year, but the most interesting piece of news is that Millennium, who actually took second place last year, didn't get an invite. So they actually have to play through a series of tournaments to even qualify. Very interesting. So,
Sorry.
so if you're a fan of Counter-Strike or even a fan of ladies, maybe ladies playing Counter-Strike will be for you.
I'm a fan of both. So I know what I'm doing that weekend.
Yeah. And the last little bit of news, which I'm sure that everybody has heard about, is taking the esports world by storm. Twitch TV, through a partner known as Bessemer Venture Partners, which I believe actually owns Twitch TV, has deployed $15 million. 15 buttload of $0 into the future development of not just streaming, but esports in general as a whole. So, I don't know. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be awesome.
A whole lot more experts.
Which Twitch TV, we forgot to mention it, and I meant to write it down on my notes. I just remembered, but now that you said Twitch TV, they actually had a really big weekend over at Dreamhack because they actually hosted the eSports Congress. So if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you go out. They actually just posted an update that said, hey, all the VODs, they are out, the official VODs. There's all sorts of YouTube videos and that people put up and everything, but the official VODs, they are out. Go check them out. Watch it. Great watch.
I gotta be honest. For us here in the United States, this obviously is a voting year. We're only a couple of months away from voting who is president, holding their offices. No filibusters in the esports Congress, really?
Esports.
No filibusters at all.
So if they're a Congress now, are we allowed to vote people out of office?
Ooh.
You'd be like, you know what?
We have a representative, like an FPS representative?
I don't know.
2012 Mohawk Mike for FPS representative in the esports Congress. Where you get bumper stickers.
Yeah.
I'll be your friend forever.
Yay.
All right.
That wraps it up, I think.
That's all I had.
All right. Well, we want to thank you guys for watching us once again. Thank you for joining us. Next week, we will have all sorts of awesome, crazy, super happy, fun news. But we're going to go ahead and sign off. My name is Josh Engel, also known as Anti-Pro.
And I'm Mike Bisson, a.k.a. Mohawk Mike. As always, thanking you for supporting esports, whatever capacity you do, as well as thank you for considering. You're doing it wrong!